Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki. Thank you so much for stopping by and for listening and for your support. So this is an Ascension update. It's also the Twin Flame Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine energy and an overall Ascension message from the guides. So there's been a lot of big energy coming in again, right? And this continues to be consistent for what feels like months now. And I haven't been doing updates on every single one because it's happening every few days. So I'm just kind of going with big ones that kind of come in with like messages with them. So that's what I'm doing. So basically, I've been seeing tons and tons and tons and tons of indigo blues and purples along with pinks and gold. That's been carrying it in. So this is like indicating lots of activations and upgrades in the third eye, throat, heart, crown. And I feel there's, with this one especially, higher heart energy with it, especially for twin flames. So and also this one was accompanied by a whole group of timelines. So the last couple of days I was integrating these codes and shapes and symbols. And then of course this was all confirmed yesterday with a lovely headache as another crown and third eye activation type feeling, right? That whole resistance of it opening more and accepting in more light, etc. So, and there's definitely been a timeline shift. I felt it, definitely. So there's posts I'm seeing on my personal account that definitely show signs of collective movement and awareness. And for twin flames, just a point of interest here, there's been some posts that I've been seeing from men who are definitely coming into a higher state of self-awareness too. So, of course, this will depend on where you are as a pair in the process. All right, so the Christos Heroes energy, DNA activation from the 1221 gateway. Now, this was a collective-wide activation. They always are, okay? It's just that twin flames are kind of like, I know it doesn't seem like you are because you're two different polarities going through this in a very completely different way, but there's a reason for that. Twin flames are kind of like, it doesn't seem like you're heading the ascension, but you are heading the ascension. So this code completed into its full state of activation through the March full moon. And I showed a part of this process that I was being shown in the Virgo March video that I did, and that it was going to be bringing about this collective heart healing, like the full collective, planetary collective heart healing, let me put it that way, at the planetary logos level. So and these things happen kind of like in stages. They're connected to equinox cycles from what I was shown. So it's like the winter equinox brought in the initial code activation, which then got activated through certain dates to its entirety by the end of the winter equinox. So that then in the spring equinox, it was the result of that full activation gets activated into happening. And then in the summer equinox, it's like when I say the result, the energetic result, okay, which is a part of this coronavirus, the energetic result in the spring equinox, and then in the summer equinox, it's like the blossoming physical result to bring about then the change fully manifesting in the fall equinox. And it's all these cycles of activations all based on like this one frequency. So I'll do another video on that because I'll go through the whole process, but on exactly the way I was shown it visually. So It's kind of cool. It's really cool. Anyways, so many this has been like steadily activating right throughout the spring equinox, and so many are finding their purpose and mission, and others will be shifting and expanding in there. Some will be finding their footing and stepping into their power, starting to notice their gifts or where they're more intuitively inclined, let's say. Templates based in power and control and captivity, slavery, sabotage, sacrifice, abuse that we have been healing through have been breaking down and transforming, upgrading, especially within the divine masculine energy aspect, and we'll be able to clear through these easier. So ways in which there has been a feeling of being stuck, held down, suppressed, manipulated, abused, sabotage, sacrifice, etc. All of them mentioned in the December channelings that came in with the code have been lifting in heaviness in different ways and will continue to. I don't know if you've been feeling this, but I definitely have been. What we need to remember is that when we are releasing and clearing these lower frequencies, it is so super important that we are bringing in the higher ones to replace what is falling away, to fill that space, okay? So, because when we are purging, especially for twins, or releasing energy, it can be really easy to get stuck in that energy, to kind of, because it can be overwhelming, right? And you can feel like you're just like in that, oh my gosh, in that fear, in that anxiety of what is releasing. But it's coming up to be acknowledged and released. And so when this is overwhelming and you're kind of like focusing on it, focusing on whatever it is, anger or fear or frustration or confusion, you can recreate certain amounts of that energy, right? Recreate it, retrap it, whatever it is. So it's so important that you're always aware that you are releasing this energy, and that you take the time to take care of yourself, take care of your energy, energetic hygiene. Try and stay positive. Try and tell yourself you're letting this go, and bring in the higher energies to replace it. Do a meditation on self-love, on forgiveness, on compassion. They're like the higher ones, right? They're the highest vibrations. And if you need help, reach out to me or any other wonderful energy healer. There's tons of them out there, because they can all help you with this, all right? Divine feminines, it is super important that you send love to your divine masculine right now, especially during this time. All right, so specifically through the divine feminine energy, this is helping us to create a new avenue of creative expression. It's upgrading that divine feminine energy, right? So creative expression internally and then out into the world, being more aligned with the authentic you. This can be manifesting out in many different ways in your work, in your purpose, in your mission, any areas of your life where you struggle to take action, or you have been struggling to align with what you are desiring, what you really want to create, what you really want for yourself in your life, with your desires, right? Even in the way that you honor yourself. So easier alignment to your creative energy and passions. This is ultimately bringing throughout this whole year. That's what this is about. And through the divine masculine energy, this is helping by increasing the knowing through the masculine energy of what isn't serving, of what you don't want, and easier freedom of expression of what you do want, internal and then external. So the ability to see more clearly the truth in situations, breaking down of those illusions, seeing behind emotional and mental manipulation, both self-inflicted and externally, right? From others, from the environment, from whatever, and other tactics that you ultimately have been sacrificing yourself in many ways. If you find that your present situation isn't allowing for this, you'll be feeling more inner guidance, inner knowing, and signs, bringing certain things into the awareness and focus. so that you can change and, you know, decipher this sucks, whatever the case may be, and be more aligned with your truth and your authentic self. So the following is an overall ascension message from the guides. It's not twin flame specific, it's everybody. Embrace the magnitude of these shifts. They may seem small to some initially on the physical levels. However, the magnitude of the internal shifts that are underway cannot be denied nor ignored. There are many waking into different levels of awareness, of self and of situations that will start looking for clarity and understanding. We say to you, remember the time you needed in your own process to integrate and to balance into each and every shift, each and every new vibration. The mental and emotional conflict, frustration, confusion, and resistance. The process of allowing what needs to be acknowledged, what needs to be changed, and what needs to be let go of. How it feels to have belief systems crumbling and the time it takes to embrace new and higher parts of yourself. These shifts may appear small, the numbers smaller than you anticipated or hoped to see at this time. But in time, sooner than you think, you will see that they are much bigger than you think. There have been many layers of old templates of darker aspects and ways of humanity that have been falling away, changing and altering these templates into a higher form. And more will follow and fall away within the trajectory of the ascension you are in at this time. We say your job now is to be open, available, as you attract newly aware. Be ready to assist these expanding hearts and minds into the growing ascending collectives with compassion, grace, maturity, and the pure love you are. Honoring each step, encouraging each realization, guiding, supporting, and comforting those who may be struggling. The healing light of love in your hearts is magnificent and extremely powerful when combined with your intent and actions. You are highly magnetic in that vibration. As a collective force, you can move mountains through the grace and power you hold within. And you have, beloveds. You absolutely have. As the collective expands into new energy, new awareness, and greater love, you too will be lifting into higher aspects of yourselves. We know you have already become aware of this on many levels, but there will be more. Oh, yes, indeed, more. Twin flames, star seeds, light workers, mystics, truth seekers, you are the way showers. You are the light. You are the love. It is your time, dear ones. Embrace it, acknowledge it, trust it, and resonate it out in all you say, all you do, all you are, and know you are always guided, supported, blessed, and deeply loved. You are love. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please like, and thank you so much for your support in doing that. Subscribe if you are so inclined. I'm always sending you lots of love and light for your journeys. Have a good one.